The Penola Eagles played against the Millicent Saints for the first time since 1987. Penola played their first game in the Limestone Coast Football Netball League. I thought it was funny there was a sign for the old league, the Cowrie Narracourt Tatiara. But Penola have moved to the league down south, which is based around Mount Gambier, and Millicent are in it as well. The Limestone Coast only had 6 teams and they were looking for a 7th. It's actually closer for Penola to play in this league. Penola used to play in this league back in the day when it was called the Western Border. Despite kicking against the wind, the Saints started off well. Harry Gibbs kicks this goal. The player that stood out to me and is a beautiful kick is number 11 Jacob Carger, who actually played for Glenelg. And the notable player for Penola is number 31 Jaden Eldridge. He's also the coach. He was a male medalist in this league for East Gambier and was playing behind the ball for Penola. In the second quarter, he saves this on the goal line, but I really liked the goal umpiring from the young fella here. He was pretty confident that it was touched. In the second quarter, with the win, Millicent really got on top. They made the grand final last year, whereas Penola finished second last in the Cowrie Narracourt Tatiara last year. Going into the third quarter, Penola's full forward Brodie Foster takes a great one-handed mark. But you can really see how far the wind takes this kick. It wasn't the best conditions for football. The Saints were running the ball down their end of the ground. I was surprised they were wearing a white-based Saints jumper. A quick kick from Harry Gibbs set up another goal for Millicent, which put them well up at three-quarter time. Three-quarter time provided the most action for this really well-attended game. There were a lot of Millicent people there. Bit of a scrap here, which saw a player handed out a yellow card. Into the final quarter, number 14 again, Harry Gibbs sets up this goal. I think he's just out of juniors. Matthew Withers kicks a nice little dribble kick. And finishing off with the win, Millicent would kick away. There were actually a lot of goals kicked in the final quarter, although it was still a fairly low-scoring game for both sides with the conditions. He wasn't named in the best plays, this guy, but Jacob Carger, I was very impressed with him. Did not even need to film the ball going through the goals. I just knew it was a goal straight away. For Penola, Brodie Foster provided a good target. He's kicked many goals over the past 10 years in the southeast. At a guess, I reckon this Millicent side will probably be right up there in the Limestone Coast League this year. Harry Gibbs kicked 5 goals and he was a very impressive player for the Saints as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he kicked quite a few goals this year. As for Penola, well, this league doesn't have as much top-end talent. They're not getting as many SANFL and former AFL players down here. So the seniors might go better, but I reckon the juniors might be harder. Brodie Foster, once again for Penola, kicks a very nice check side. That was it for Penola. They lost their first game in the Limestone Coast League by 48 points.